There's 4 mistakes you're making when trying to be more productive that I made for so long, which is why I struggled to be productive and get things done. But I don't have that struggle anymore. I mean, I consistently make content for YouTube. I'm growing my business and I'm flowing through life, achieving more than the average person. Now, if you want to be in the paradise of productivity, where you're getting things done, where you don't feel guilt for wasting your time, and you don't feel like you're not stepping into your potential, then this is going to be the video for you. I'm going to show you how. First thing I want to cover is the first mistake you're making is trying to do it, trying to be productive. I was reading one of my comments on my channel, and this person said that they wanted to read a book, but they just weren't using the free time better, and that sometime in the summer they would get to it. What this person basically saying was they were trying to do it. They were trying to be productive and read the book. And that's the worst mistake out there. There's so many people who will just yell at you to just do it. I mean, look at the Nike slogan, just do it. And I struggled with this horribly. Like, I felt like I needed motivation to do anything, but I never felt that motivation to get it done. And so I would set all these goals I want to do. I would make a whole schedule for how I want my day to go. But then I would wake up, I would feel no motivation. I would try to get myself to do it, but would not do it, would falter, and call myself a failure, feel bad, and then give up. But that all changed when I learned about dopamine and how this chemical inside our bodies, which is dopamine, is the motivational chemical we need to do things. So until we have a good amount of motivational chemicals in our body, the advice to just do it, to just be productive, it falters every time, because it doesn't take into account the human biology, the chemical that allows you to just do it. So the first mistake you're making is trying to be productive instead of trying to fix your dopamine, instead of trying to get more motivational chemicals inside of your body. So what can you do to fix this? Simple. Fix your dopamine. I'm pretty sure you've heard of dopamine detox. If you haven't, definitely look that up. But go through a dopamine detox period of your life. And then you want to transition over to dopamine minimalism. Now I know I said a lot of words, dopamine, this and that. And I have a guidebook on dopamine that you can go check out. It's in my description. And that will explain everything, A to Z of dopamine, how to get more motivational chemicals inside your body. And if you go through that program, you will be able to just do it on the whim. Like, you will always have the motivation. It will never leave you. It will literally never leave you. But I want to give you a simple tool to help you start fixing your dopamine. And before I give you this tool, I got to explain how you lose dopamine. Basically, how you lose dopamine is when you experience pleasure. Anytime you experience pleasure, dopamine releases in your body. Now, there's 2 types of pleasure you can experience: regular pleasure or highly stimulating pleasure. And the problem in this day and age is that we're mostly experiencing highly stimulating pleasure, which means we're releasing high amounts of dopamine. We're releasing high amounts of our motivational chemical by just overstimulating ourselves. So the quickest way and the easiest way to fix your dopamine is to stop engaging in these highly stimulating things that release so much. Instead, return to the regular amounts of entertainment, of pleasure that release regular amounts of dopamine. Like what I'm doing right now. This walk right now is releasing dopamine. I feel pleasure on this walk. But it's not like a ton, all right? It's a regular amount. So my motivational chemicals are not being drained so much by this walk. And that's just a very simple way of explaining it, but there's more complexity to it, which you'll figure out. You'll learn if you get that dopamine guidebook. But a tool to help you stop falling into the trap of high stimulation and draining your dopamine is that whenever you do something, ask yourself, would my ancestors from 100 years ago do this? So for example, if you are picking up a TV remote to watch 2 hours of TV, ask yourself, would my ancestors do this 100 years ago? They ain't have TV, so now they wouldn't. Okay, well think about, like, if you picked up a guitar and you want to play this guitar, would my ancestors 100 years ago do this? I mean, they had instruments, they played it. Yeah, they would. So then you can do that. Let's say you get on your phone, you get on social media. Well, my ancestors be on social media scrolling? They wouldn't. It was not around during that time. So you get off and you just continue asking that question over and over and over again, and you'll realize how many things that you need to stop doing if you want to have the motivational chemical inside of you to achieve your greatness and to be productive and to just do it. And I know this, you might be hearing this and thinking, what the heck, this can't be true. I'm telling you. This, right, if you don't take anything from this video, if you fix your dopamine, you will change your life, because dopamine in the words of Andrew Huberman, a very well-known neuroscientist from Yale or Harvard, I can't remember which one. He said that dopamine is the currency of success. Meaning, if you want to be successful, you need more dopamine inside of you. And now you know how to keep that dopamine inside of you by reframing from too many highly stimulating things. Now, the next mistake you're making is not having a plan or not having any goals. If you were to run a race, right, but there was no track, there's no course for you to run on, and there's no finish line, would you run the race? You wouldn't. What's the point of running the race if there's no end and there's not even a track for you to run on? Hold on, there is a big truck coming my way. I'm back. Old dude went all the way back. Like, I was walking, the car saw me, stopped, and then it backed all the way up. It didn't even finish going down the entire road. I don't know why, but anyway, like I was saying, if there is no racetrack for you to run on, there's no finish line for you to cross, you would not run that race because there's no point. Likewise, if you don't have a track in your life, a plan, if you don't have a finish line, a goal you're trying to achieve, then you're not going to be productive. You're not going to do anything because what is the point? There's no point. So you gotta have a plan. And what is a plan? A plan is how you're going to tackle the day. There's this thing I read, I can't remember where, but basically it was, never start your day until it's over. And the only way to end your day before it starts is to plan out your day, like what I've done. I'm gonna show you my schedule for the day. I woke up this morning, immediately got ready for the day, meditated, had a coaching call. Now I'm on a walk. I am following the plan down to a T because I set the time last night to make it out. And that's why I'm more productive. That's why I'm up doing things I want, because I know exactly what needs to get done. And as far as my goals, I'm going to show you my weekly goals for this week. And that's going to help you see why I'm making videos like this every day. Because my goal is to make an authentic video every single day. So now I make my schedule. And then I put in that schedule, my plan, the goals I'm trying to achieve this week. And one of them is to record this video. And I literally have that in my plan, to record this video. So that's how important it is. Oh, look at this. Imagine like I just get hit. This might be a good thumbnail. Alright, maybe it will be, I don't know. I probably won't use it, but anyway. Yeah, have plans, have goals. And I'm going to show you again my schedule and my weekly goals that you can know. And so, not to repeat myself, but I lost my train of thought when I saw that train. But when I make my plan, I look at my weekly goals to put that into my plan. So now I know what I'm trying to achieve that week. So I know what being productive to me looks like. Recording this video it's me being productive because I set the goal. When I go home, I'm going to read a little bit because the goal is to read 14 times this week. So have your goals and have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're not going to show up. And if you have a plan with no goals, then you're not going to do anything. Like, I remember I woke up, like I tried to get up early in the morning like years ago. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. And so I got up at 5 a.m. And I just did my morning routine. And when I finished, I had nothing to do. So I went back to sleep. So I had the plan to get up early in the morning. But other than that, I had nothing else set for me. So when I finished the main thing, I would go literally right back to sleep. And so that's going to happen to you unless you have a plan and you have goals you're working towards. The third mistake you're making is that you aren't bored. Now, years ago, back when I was a little kid, I can't remember if it was Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network, but one of those TV programs was shut off. I think it was Disney too, but they were shut off for like, I think 7 hours. And those are the only channels I watched when I was a little kid. So imagine every day you have an endless amount of entertainment, and then one day it just shuts off, and you can't get anything working again because they want you to go outside and be active or whatever. I remember them days, and I would hate it because I had literally nothing to do. Watching TV was my life. And now you're telling me it's over? It's shut down? When is it coming back? I would be so bored. But after a while of sitting in that boredom, sorry, that truck came by and I just got caught up in it. But after a while of being in that boredom, I would think, well, let me just go outside and play. Let me go play with my brothers. And so instead of sitting in all day watching TV and just not doing much, I actually got up and was active and went outside, only because I had boredom as a catalyst. Because when you are bored, you're much more likely to ask, what can I do? But when you're not bored, you're not going to be asking any of that, because you're entertained. You don't need to do anything. You have pleasure. You don't feel the pain of boredom. So there's no incentive to change anything. Look at this. They're pretty, ain't it? Anyway, boredom gives you the incentive to move. And why boredom is so important is that when you make your plan and you have weekly goals you want to achieve, let's say you have it, but you don't feel bored. So you're not going to be in the, oh, I want to do this mode. For example, if you're watching TV, and no, let's say you're scrolling on your phone, you're scrolling on TikTok, and I come up to you and I say, hey, do you want to help me clean out the attic? You're going to look at me like, no, I don't want to. I don't feel like it. I want to chill here and just keep watching TikTok, scrolling on TikTok. Now imagine if instead of scrolling on TikTok, you were confined to a room with no electronics, no nothing, and all you could do was sit there and watch paint dry. Now imagine I walk into a room and I said, hey, I gotta clean out this attic, you wanna help? You would jump, you would leap, you would fly at the idea of doing that. Why? Because you're bored, and now you're in this seeking mode. I want to do something, what can I do? And when I say the attic, you can work on the attic. Now your seeking mode has been fulfilled. You know something you can do that will give you some stimulation and take away the boredom, and now you'll do it. You're following your plan the same way. You won't follow your plan unless you're in the seeking mode of doing something. And most people are never in that seeking mode because most people are never bored. Because the minute they feel the slightest tingle of boredom, they run away from it to these highly stimulating things. They go to their phone, they watch TV, they hop on the game, they call their friends. Well, there's nothing wrong with calling your friends. I'm just saying that when they feel bored, they run from it. I'm telling you, when you feel bored, sit with it. Don't run from it. Because when you sit with it and you tell yourself you're not going to just do easy things to alleviate your boredom, that's when you're much more likely to do the plan you laid out. Like, for instance, I don't have any games on my phone. My phone is pretty much boring. I gave my TV away. I gave my gaming system away. The only source of entertainment I really have is YouTube Shorts. And if I get on YouTube, that will catch me from time to time. But on a regular basis, I'm pretty much bored. I'm pretty much bored on a regular basis. And so I'm always asking, well, what can I do? How can I spend my time? And now I look at my plan. Now, does this mean because I'm bored, I'm going to read for 4 hours? No, it means I'm bored. If I put down I'm going to read, I'll read until reading is tiring to me. So maybe I'll read for 30 minutes. Now, instead of running to solve my boredom with a highly stimulating gadget, I can ask, well, what can I do instead? So now I'm going to say, well, I'm tired of reading right now. Oh, I can make YouTube. I can film a video. Okay, I spend an hour making a video, you know, including editing and making a script, whatever. I finished that. Now what can I do? Well, I do want to practice my hobby. I just got a yo-yo. Let me go ahead and practice that. So now you see, like, it's easy when you're not bored to sit on one thing for hours on end and not change. But that ultimately is going to waste your life. And you're not going to feel happy doing that. Well, instead, it's better to be bored and then find something to stimulate you, but it's not going to stimulate you for like ever, because it's like regular. It's not highly stimulating. It's not meant to hold your attention. So you find something that is a regular source of entertainment, and when you get tired of that, then you move on to another regular source of entertainment. You get tired of that, then to another regular source of entertainment, instead of just being stuck with one thing. So, and that will dramatically increase your productivity, because now you'll be doing a lot of things other than just staring at a screen. All right. So how can you do this? First, just embrace boredom. Like, be okay with it. If you feel bored, label it like, oh, this is boredom, and then don't run towards gadgets. Ask yourself again, well, my ancestors run towards TV if they're bored? No, because you don't have it. So what can you go to instead? and that will dramatically improve your productivity. Now, the fourth mistake you're making that I am at fault, and it's something I preach to all my clients now to like do this instead, is toxic productivity. I preach to my clients the merits of resting, like literally having time where you're chilling and just doing nothing. That's it. And I remember I woke up one morning before I realized how important rest was. I woke up and I felt like complete crap. Woke up at 5 a.m. Felt like complete crap. And I want nothing more than to stay in bed and not do anything. But I told myself, nah, I gotta follow this plan. I gotta get this work in. I gotta be productive. So I got up, feel like complete crap, and bundled up and went for like a 2-mile run. And the entire run, it was horrible. It sucked. And I got back thinking that maybe I'll feel better. I can get started on working on like content or whatever. No, I feel like crap. And so I went into my office and laid on the recliner and I didn't do anything. I just laid there. And after like 5 minutes, me just laying there, I started to feel better. Just that simple act of resting for a little bit was enough to make me feel better. And I don't want you to fall into the same trap of me. Well, I felt like I just had to do. I couldn't rest. I had to do. And if I'm not doing, I'm wasting my time. No. The saying is work hard, play hard. Now, I am going to push you to work hard because if you're watching this video, the chances are you've been playing hard and not working hard. But I don't want you to discount the beauty of playing hard, the beauty of relaxation and rest. So please, once you start being more productive, once you fix your dopamine and you got your plan, your goals set, and you're bored, and now you have this endless stream of motivation to just keep going, keep doing, remember that you are a human being first. Be. You don't have to do. Be. And take time to relax and play. Have fun. So how can you do this? Simply relax and chill. I actually have my schedule. Let's try to pop up again. I have my schedule from 7 to 9 chill time. And that is time where I do literally nothing. If I want to be on my phone, I can be on my phone. If I want to hop on the game with my friends, I can hop on the game with my friends. Like, it doesn't matter. And, I mean, it's kind of hard to hop on the game because I don't have a game. But you get the point I'm saying. Like, when you've done everything that needs to get done for the day, rest. And those are the 4 mistakes you're making. You've got this. You can be more productive. Bye.